Hello everyone and welcome back to the Newcastle United save. You catch us here getting straight back into the thick of the action with a cup game against Tottenham Hotspur. This will be a two-legged set of games. You'll have the second leg in a later match. After this game we'll also be playing West Brom in the FA Cup, but for now let's focus up and let's hopefully beat Tottenham. If you're enjoying what you've seen so far, please could you consider hitting the like and subscribe button and the notification bell to see my later videos. It will really help the channel. Thank you. So, into the game. You'll have seen the lineup that I picked. Not particularly strong, but we beat Chelsea with a worse side in the last episode, so hopefully they can do the job here again. Dubravka with the ball then. It's a long ball out, which is won by Olmo unchallenged. Heads it on to Neres, who flicks the ball in, and Gabby couldn't quite get there, and Son picks the ball up. We've intercepted with Rice. Rice and Shelvey playing the ball around nicely now. That right wing back isn't getting as high up the field as I would like. There was a huge gap there for him to run into, and he didn't do it. I might consider changing the role to see if we can get a bit more out of him. But for now, I'm not going to change anything as we have been playing well recently. 25 minutes in then, and we seem to have been the better team so far. We've not creating a huge amount. We're going to demand a bit more from the boys and hope that they can bring it home. The only concern with my side at the minute is A, that Jamal Lascelles is playing again. Niakate just didn't have the fitness. And despite Lascelles' poor performance last episode, we've kind of got to play him here. We've also got Shelvey in midfield, who hasn't been particularly brilliant, but we haven't got great fitness around anyone, really. I think Longstaff is injured still as well, so I'm having to play Shelvey, which is less than ideal. I'm just going to G the boys up, and hopefully we can continue playing like we have done so far this half. Eventually, imagine we'll create a chance. Tottenham have been pretty poor so far. 3 shots now, 1 on target for not a lot of XG. But maybe they'll change things up. Reguilón with the long throw then, plays the ball to Lucas Moura. He loses that to Neres, who then gives the ball away again. And the ball's played by Dele across to Harry Winks, who absolutely smashes it into the top corner. And we find ourselves behind, and I'm going to make some changes, because this is not great. They hadn't really created anything, but just look that, they're ahead. Going to bring on another attacking player in Edwards. He seems to play well when he comes on, even in that box-to-box role. And Shelvey never seems to do anything for me when he plays there, so hopefully Edwards can bring a bit more verve. "70 minutes down now, and this half we just haven't come out. We've had 2 shots, 1 on target this half compared to last half, and still created nothing of note. Oh, come on, someone's got to do something at some point. 86 minutes now, and I think I'm going to make another change. Last roll of the dice, to be honest. Let's get Wilson on for Gabagol, who's been completely invisible. And let's encourage the team. It looks like we're going to end with a 1-0 loss. Absolutely terrible from the team. Not a single highlight in our favour. Not great at all, and I'm going to tell them as such. And yeah, not exactly ideal. But our form the last few weeks due to our Christmas schedule has been dipping somewhat. Hopefully we can get it back soon. Anyway, I'm going to quickly click through these, and then I'll skip us on, and I'll rejoin you when we get onto the West Brom match. I'll see you in a moment. Alrighty then, welcome back to the FA Cup match up against West Brom. We're away here, so even though we're away, I've still played quite a weak side, as you saw in the last game. We've started having some real issues with fitness, and our team just not performing due to how heavy the match workload is. I've tried to send half the first team on a rest break in the hope that they'll get their form back when they come back. But for now, we're going to have to play this game with a real half team. We do have Sean Longstaff back, who fills in the box-to-box role. He's done pretty well when he's played there. We have Lewis at left back still, but everyone else is pretty much second team. Wilson up front. Almiron's done okay at AMC when he's played, and Edwards is playing right attacking winger despite being left-footed, but hopefully can still play well there. Everyone else is pretty much second team. Woodman, Murphy, Cher, Dummett, who's more of a left back, Shelvey, and Joelinton. As I say that, Almiron provides a good ball in, which finds its way to John Joe Shelvey, who hits it in. And it's ruled offside quite correctly as well. Flipping heck. When the ball comes over, the whole team, for some reason, is just stood in the line 5 feet deeper than the opponent's defensive line. Not sure what they're doing there. No VAR in this game, of course, because we're playing against a championship side. Not sure it was needed, though. West Brom now flick a set piece to the penalty spot, and the powerful header goes over the bar. But not a lot doing so far. A little bit of nice play around our defence to open up space for Murphy to run into. Big space now for Almiron, who threads it through to Wilson, who hits his shot really early for some reason, rather than carrying on into the box with his pace, and he misses as well. Pretty drab game, this one so far, pretty similar to the Spurs game, where there's not a lot happening, but another highlight for us here, and hopefully we can create something. Dummett brings the ball out, hits a really unnecessary long pass all the way through to the keeper, which just wasn't needed. He had time to keep bringing the ball forwards or to find another pass, but either way, we win it back from the goal kick. A little bit more passing play around us. West Brom are pressing pretty high, which might allow us some more space in behind. We know Wilson's pace can be a threat. It's played around so it makes it to the left-hand side here as Lewis plays it to Almiron. He plays it to Wilson, and Wilson's opportunity, as I was just saying, in behind has come, and unfortunately it fell on his left foot, which so he doesn't finish. Another highlight for us here then as Dummett and Lewis play some really risky passes around with the defender pressed so high. Fortunately, we keep hold of the ball, and it's played out to Cher here, who switches across to Murphy. Almiron's dropping into some lovely pockets of space, but that defensive line's got really deep now, so he's got space, but there's no one to pass to. And West Brom win the ball and bring it back out, and now they're going to try and hit us on the counter. Lovely ball through here to Hugo, who picks it up on the flank. He's going to try and whip the ball in, which he does, and it's won by, I didn't see who it was, but won by their left winger. He heads it onto the crossbar, and that's the closest anyone's come to breaking the deadlock so far. Their back five is absolutely doing a number on our team so far, all of which have good ratings, and they seem to be doing really well, and they're getting the majority of the chances here as they play the ball out to Reach, I believe, on the left wing back. He hits the byline and gets another good cross in. It goes all the way through to their right wing back in Furlong, who cuts it back, and the defence deals with it eventually. But these wing backs are getting acres of space to run into at the minute. It makes sense the left wing back having it, as we have an attacking winger on that side, so we're allowing them a bit of space, but it's just not working for us at the minute. So I'm actually going to change some of the instructions as we're giving up far too much. I think I'm actually going to push that line up a little bit, just to put a little bit more pressure on them and see if that cuts it out. Try and stop it at source. The highlight continues here though. Wilson picks the ball up, and it goes through to Edwards. And that was my concern playing Edwards on that right hand side, is that the ball falls to him. If I had a right-footed player there, I think he would have hit it across goal, but Edwards tries to hit it with his left at near post and just fluffs it wide. I'm going to make a change or two here as we're not playing as well as I would like. I'll try Lewis as a full-back on support rather than a wing-back, as he seems to be clashing a little bit with the winger on the left. I'm actually also going to switch for now to the 4-3-3, see if that makes us a bit more solid. Because that 4-2-3-1 this game isn't working particularly well. Just a roll of the dice for the final half hour. As I said, it's the cup game, so we can see if this improves how we're playing. 68 mins in here then, and we have a highlight, it looks like, as Lewis plays the ball to Almiron, who flicks it into behind to Wilson. He's got a second chance, and for the second time this game, goes one-on-one with the keeper and hits it. Last time he hit the keeper, this time he puts it wide. That's 3 pretty big chances we've had now, 2 with Wilson and 1 with Edwards, and none of them have scored. Not particularly great. Yeah, at least the 4-3-3 seems to have injected a little bit of pace into our play, and we at least had that chance soon after, so let's stick with this and see what happens. West Brom, though, have outshot us this game, which is pretty worrying, as you wouldn't expect the top Premier League side to be outshot by West Brom. When I say top, obviously I mean top of the league, but another bit of play there. Fraser hits it wide, which is another miss from us, but I don't think it matters. He looked like he was miles offside. So no worries there. Clock ticking down here again. I don't really want to make too many changes. As I said, we don't really have the first team available, as a lot of them are resting at the minute. And I'm not too bothered about the FA Cup if it allows us more time to prepare for our Premier League games. So I'm going to leave out the players that are out there to stay and play. Hammer on to Wilson. This is his third chance. Can he bury it? No, yet again. He misses again. Hits it straight at the keeper. Really frustrating. His form. You've seen I've been playing Gabby in the last few episodes. Wilson's form has been absolutely atrocious. He's getting the opportunities and just never ever puts them away. Really frustrating. As a deep cross, we meet, and it's another chance missed. Looks like it might be trickling into a 0-0, which is the exact opposite of what I wanted, as a 0-0 means we're now going to be playing a replay at home, which adds yet another game to our schedule, which we could really do without. So that is the end of the episode. I hope to catch you on the rest of this series.